Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. Let's go talk to Patrick over in Wichita, Kansas. Hey, Patrick, thanks for your patience. What's on your mind?
Hey, question. This is your 327 guy, but
all right.
Shout out.
But I did finally jump on also. Jump on and watch Ryan's doing his GP 100 9mm revolver, and that's very exciting. It kind of got me a little wound up to find one of those lying around. But anyway,
they shoot really well. Yeah, they shoot,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that got me excited. But anyway, more of a theoretical or philosophical question, kind of tagging around to the previous caller, looking at finding or hard to find the powders, the bullets, the primers, etc. What is it for us out here that may or may not have more than 5 firearms in our gun case that we haven't used for a long time in this tough political climate? Many of us, the cliche is we've bought a gun for an investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this time? Do we go out and say, hey, we've got 1 or 2 guns? Do we sell it?
I did. I sold a bunch that way.
And capitalize on that. That's something that a gun has not been, we haven't picked it up for 5 years, 3 years, whatever that may be, oiled it. Like for me, it sounds so, I've got a Remington 742 30-06. We're coming on deer season.
Mm-hmm.
Do I go out and sell it and maybe I make a few bucks on it? But
I think there may be a more sociably responsible way to go, and guns that are not being used that you'd like to have somebody else enjoy them. You can send them to Tom's Home for Wayward Guns.
Right.
And we will find a good home for these guns for you.
I think that's a 501 See Me Run, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. I'm truly, like I found, and you guys will laugh too. I found a Browning Sweet 16. It's been sitting. I picked it up, and it's been sitting there. And do you go out and do you sell it and capitalize on it? Because from the guns that do not have sentimental value. Is this the time to do it? It sounds
this is always the question.
Capitalist.
I understand, and it is always the question. Look, if you have guns that you're not using, and I know people say, my daddy told me never sell a gun, so that's why you got 127 guns. I mean, literally, and you're going, I haven't shot these in years. Okay, well, there's money involved there. There's one other thing I'm gonna throw out here, and I don't know, Patrick, how old you are, but at a certain point, somebody else is going to end up with those guns or not. And would you rather have them have to sort out what's going on with these after you're gone, or go ahead and sell them, or even give them away to family members, some of them? But there's nothing in the world wrong with selling guns, taking that money, as long as you use that money to buy more guns.
Oh, I have no problem doing that, or ammunition. I think it's more of a teachable moment to being out and talking to all your listeners, saying, "Hey, do we have a gun or two that we don't use? Maybe there's somebody that we can sell it to that's getting into it, and we can go buy another gun that we'd like to shoot, or more ammunition, etc." And that's especially in this crazy time. So,
well, it also, you have to bring up the idea of gun shows. They're still holding gun shows.
Mm-hmm.
And, you could take your gun or a couple of guns and go walk around a gun show with them and see, I guarantee you go walk around a gun show, holding a gun, walking down the aisles, somebody's going to stop you, go, what is that? You want to sell that? What do you want for it? I mean, there could be a deal had right there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, well. Also, and this is where I'm going to bring Michelle back into it. Your local gun store needs inventory, right, Michelle?
Yes, we do. I'm sure others do as well.
Everybody needs inventory. So I'll guarantee you your local gun store will buy your gun. If you're saying, well, I just don't want to advertise it, I don't want to deal with individuals, all of that, your gun store will buy it. Just go make your best deal with them. And maybe they got ammo in the back.
Well,
and they'll say, hey, would you like to swap?
And a lot of people, and rightly so, are leery about just selling a firearm to somebody they don't know.
Yes.
And that takes all the question out of it because that person has to go through all the federal paperwork and, it takes that out of one owner's name and puts it into another owner's name. And...
No, there's a loophole. It's so easy to buy a gun.
No, loopholes are scopes.
Oh, loopholes.
Had to do it.
Leopold.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was Leopold. No, it's still Leopold.
But, it is a safe way to, I guess, get rid of, for lack of better terms, a firearm that you don't want or don't use.
And that's especially true if you say, I've got a half a dozen or a dozen. I mean, some people have a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go with the onesies and twosies and people. The other thing is, however you're advertising, people coming to your home.
Right.
And now they know where you live and that you have guns and all the rest of it.
Or don't anymore.
Or soon about to not have them. Yeah.
Too soon we'll have no guns. Oh, you wanted to get rid of guns? Yeah, we can help you with that. Okay.
Right.
When do you go to work?
That's right. So, that's actually, selling to a local gun store who will then put it back in, circulation. They go back on the market. It's funny, just had a guy on one of my aviation groups say, hey, I've got several guns I'm helping a friend sell in an estate sale, and was going to put them all up for sale through this online group. And it just happened, it was weird, he said, well, I'm taking them all off the market. He says, I'm selling them to a gun store in San Antonio.
I hadn't told him.
Yeah, I hadn't told him anything. I said, any chance that was Dury's guns? He says, well, why, yes, it was. And so I swear I did. I immediately texted a friend of mine and said, I'm not even going to tell you what it was because somebody will go try to grab it. I said, there's a such and such that just got sold over there, and I know you've been looking for this, so you need to contact Dury's Guns right now.
Oh, well, you're like the notify when in stock guy.
Yes.
An alert.
At least I have a purpose,
Right,
It's good to have a purpose.
You need that.
A reason to get up every morning.
I was just going to say the same thing. Reason.